welcome to another edition of the Bot Seat. I'm Adam McGrath and joined by Mark Olmos. Mark, 9 races to get through for this Wednesday card, but looking forward to it.
Yeah, lots of competitive racing and some long price winners to be found, I think, Adam.
Yeah, fingers crossed that is the case. Let's take a look at the conditions that we are going to be faced with. The rail is out 15 metres with a cutaway in the straight. Some easterly breezes expected, but a good day for racing as per usual here in the West. Mark, let's get straight into race number 1.
It is indeed. Get the TABTOUCH maiden over 1,000 metres. Adam, a replay horse is BRIDGY, BARDOT, but keep an eye out for Miss Swindle as well.
And double-edged on the outside though, reaching the lead. Double-edged at the 250, drew a half to 3/4 on Packer Pro, who's starting to fight back down the outside. BRIDGY, BARDOT, and now trying to bullock its way clear is Imperial Venus. At the 100, Imperial Venus got through the opening and sprints to the lead from BRIDGY, BARDOT, Packer Pro. Too good for them though, Imperial Venus.
Good performance there by BRIDGY, BARDOT. Looks as though Imperial Venus has got a fair bit of upside as well, so I think those form lines can hold up. And I really liked this last start performance. It was 3 wide the trip, but just continued to battle on all the way to the line. That was over the 1,000 metres on a soft 6 as well. So from barrier 5 here, with a bit of tempo in the race, if they can get into a nice position, this horse has shown that it will keep going all the way.
Yeah, in the replay we saw Miss Swindle there leading all the way, just fading a bit late, but still managed to run a nice race. I think it's improved since then. That race behind La Bionda was very good, but even BRIDGY, BARDOT just poking up along the inside. We'll get a nice run in transit here as well. At number 2, West 54th now. KNUCKEY rides for Chris Gangemi. First starter by O'Reilly and hit the line very nice in a recent trial.
Yeah, it was a nice performance in that trial. The horse looked as though it was still a little bit green and just sort of getting the idea of all of it. But when he knuckled down late, I thought it was a strong performance. This horse is going to get better with distance and I think will be a better 3-year-old than 2-year-old. But this doesn't look to have a huge amount of depth. And if they do just clip along at a good speed in front, I can see this horse really rattling home late.
I'm quite keen on the ANAESTHETIST here. Number 1 there was withdrawn at the barriers at Northern behind Lady Latte. It just lashed out at the barriers and did get a superficial cut. All is okay. I think it should come here and be very competitive. The start before that behind Miss Planet was very good, Adam. I think a lot of upside to this gelding and I think he can go close.
Yeah, he certainly looks to be a nice type. Just mannerism seems to be the issue, but if he gets into the barriers then he'll be running a very good race. So I'm going to go with 2 though, West 54th from number 4 BRIDGY, BARDOT, 6 Sovereignty Lady and number 1 the ANAESTHETIST.
1 on top for me and the ANAESTHETIST from number 4 BRIDGY, BARDOT, 5 Miss Swindle and 2 West 54th.
Race number 2 here at Belmont Park. It's an event for the 2-year-olds. It's over the 1,200 metres and Mark 1 really catches the eye from the trial.
Yeah, it really does, Adam. Ocean Jewel's the one we speak of. Of course, this galloper is trained by Simon Miller. Let's have a look at that impressive trial performance.
Home turn, well back Secret Service in the centre, getting to the outside to try and run on is the Escort, and back on the inside is Nothing Like a Lady. Coming down with 200 metres to go and sweeping up is Ocean Jewel on the outside. Racing to Prize Nemesis the inside. In the centre is the Escort and they're clear from Lucky Escape, but it is all Ocean Jewel coming right away, and Ocean Jewel's very impressive to win by 2 1/4.
As you said, when trained by Simon Miller, a 2-year-old and winning trials, all of a sudden the eyes light up because it ticks us so many boxes. So this filly just looks to have a lot of class. She won the trial back in January, beating Thunderstruck, won this recent trial by 2.8 lengths. Looks as though she's got plenty of gears to click through, and this doesn't look a very strong 2-year-old race. So I think she's going to be probably one of the shorter price favourites of the day and one of the better bets of the day as well.
It really was an effortless trial we just saw there. As you mentioned, Adam, don't expect a price. I think if you get anything around $1.80, even at $2, you're doing very well, but I think it'll start even shorter than that. It's a really nice type, this daughter of Ocean Park. $80,000 purchase at the sales, so a really nice type. One with race experience called Intrigue, Adam. Should be fitter now, third up. The run over 1,400 metres would have done it some good fitness-wise. Dropping back down here, I can see it hanging on to a place.
Yeah, I'm with you in those thought process too. Looks been beaten 9.5 and 8.5 lengths in the last 2 starts, and I've got this horse in for second. So I think that shows the depth of this 2-year-old race. There just doesn't appear to be a lot in it. From barrier 2, dropping from the 14 back down to the 12, I think that she can run out in front and put in a reasonable performance, and as you said, hold on for sort of a top 4 placing.
And we'll just quickly touch on the Cerise and White Runner having its first start, gelding by Time Thief out of From makes it the half to Battle Hero, which was just recently sold out of Bob Peters' stables. So interesting to see how Masquerade goes, and also Ukbar Ted hit the line quite nicely in a recent trial behind Portalian.
I think Masquerade's got a little bit of class there as well. Didn't quite get a clear run in that trial, and Danes Marie we've seen is a reasonable horse as well. I think anything it does will be improving from this, but I'm going with our trial horse, number 9, Ocean Jewel. Looks to be one of the better bets of the day from 1 Cool Intrigue, 5 Masquerade and 3 Disco Joe.
9 for me, also at Emotion Jewel from number 1 Cool Intrigue, number 5 Masquerade and 6 Ukbar Ted.
Race number 3 here at Belmont Park. It is over the 1200 metres. And Mark, this 2-year-old race has a lot of depth compared to the other one, and I can see some of these horses going on and winning Saturday type of races.
Yes, Adam, the replay we'll have a look at is Ascot Gold running 3rd, but also keep an eye out for Pearl Trade running 4th.
From last, and the tail ender is Trusty Binds. They went by the 350. Cognac went to Dashing Affair. A length away is Ascot Gold. Thunderstrut straggling. Is now starting to wind up. Pearl Trade down the outside. Salubrious getting a run through, but Cognac booted clear with 100 left to go. The danger Salubrious. Cognac though holding Salubrious. Ascot Gold and Cognac got the chocolates. Cognac has won.
Very good performance by both of the horses that you mentioned there, Ascot Gold and also Pearl Trade. Of course, Salubrious finished second in that race. That horse has come out and won since as well. So the form lines have really held up. I like the performance of Ascot Gold. Got into that nice position early, didn't have to do a lot of the work and was able to run on strongly from barrier 2, going to get the same run. I think the biggest positive here for Pearl Trade is going up to the 1200 metres. The horse clearly wants a little bit of distance. I think with a cutaway as well, they'll get every opportunity. They still lost a length at last start. She's got a lot of ability. She just needs to bring it all together. And when she clicks, I think this horse is going to be winning some serious races.
Has to be said with Ascot Gold as well, with the race experience, would have improved. I really like the way it just fought to the line you saw in that trial. Not much more to be said about Pearl Trade there. El Capitano has been gelded, this galloper here, son of Al Maher. Steve Parnham rides for Neville Parnham. Should get the really nice run along the inside. Recent trial was very sharp. Portalian was also in that replay. Just over-raced early after being bustled along and then didn't get clear air. It's one I'd be keeping an eye out. Dazzling Poet. You can give a fair few of these chances at him. Number 7, Lucky Escape. Even Bob Peters has a couple of runners down there as well. Interestingly bred runners. So, look, I'm not willing to rule out any of these. Who have you got on top?
I'm going to go with that number 9 here, Pearl Trade. From 3, Ascot Gold. 2, You Or My. I wouldn't be jumping off after last start either. It's got some of the strongest form lines in the race. And number 4, Dazzling Poet. 9, 3, 2, 4.
And number 9 on top for me too, Adam, Pearl Trade. From number 7, First Starter, Lucky Escape. Number 6, El Capitano. And 5, Portalian.
Race number 4 here at Belmont Park. It's a Class 3 handicap over the 1,000 metres. And Mark, there should be a fair bit of speed.
Yeah, there should be, Adam. We'll go straight into the replay though. You Watching Me, running second behind Gold Shimmer.
Our Wally who comes again. He's our Wally, Illusion of Light together. And now a length and a half away. Brigance Gold Shimmer down towards the inside with Royal Missile. Here comes You Watching Me. It's starting to burst down the outside with 150 left to go. He's our Wally, Illusion of Light. Gold Shimmer. You Watching Me right out very wide. You Watching Me. Gold Shimmer. Gold Shimmer though gets up on the inside.
Good performance there by You Watching Me. A couple of the owners were on course on that day. Jumped at $101. They looked to be the winner, but you can see just sort of hit the skids when it hit the front. And speaking to Ryan Hill, I think he thought pretty similar things there as well. Barrier 12 here, going to be tough again through those earlier stages, but this horse is honest. It doesn't win out of turn, but I can see it running another good race and finishing in the 4.
It did look the winner. You won't get the same price here today, which makes it slightly less attractive proposition here. In that replay, also saw Illusion of Light. It had to do a lot of work in the run, so there was plenty of merit in it running 3rd. Mr. Bear was also in that race, only beaten 2 lengths. So, look, it wasn't a bad effort. Number 3, Sovereign Hall returns. This galloper's raced against a lot tougher company than this. Loved the recent trial and the way it hit the line. I think he's back.
Yeah, and the speed's going to be the key in this race, isn't it? As we said, there looks to be plenty with double edge, supposition, these types in there. Sovereign Hall, we saw in the trial, it just sits there, then it attacks the line strongly and works well through the line. We've seen it with 3 1,000 metre wins already. The tempo's on with what we saw in that trial. First up, Alan Kennedy on board as well. I think this would be the horse that they'll be trying to beat. As you said, the form lines are superior.
Number 4, Supposition, has a great first up record.
Only has a first up record, doesn't it? It's as simple as that. It's had the 3 wins. They've all been first up, so they'll be hoping to get a result here. Barrier 5, again, the top end form lines are very good. It can play a part, but I'll be going with our trial horse, Sovereign Hall here, number 3 on top. From 4, Supposition, 7, You Watching Me, and 2, Illusion of Light.
Same Quinella for me, in fact, same exacta. Number 3, Sovereign Hall. From the 4, Supposition. Number 5, Black Grape, and 1, Double Edge.